I'm really excited to share with you one of my favorite topics. That topic is mindfulness. It might be one of those things where you think doesn't really fall hand in hand with fashion or even with entrepreneurs, but today I'm going to give you a couple easy tips on how to implement mindfulness into your life and then also share with you the benefits of it. As an entrepreneur, day to day, you have so many responsibilities, so many things that you're having to work on. You're constantly switching from the role of CMO to CEO to assistant to intern. You're basically everything for your business all the time. So the better that we actually can get at managing our time and the better we can get at being connected to the times that we are present, the better decisions that we're going to make. So if you had a hard time sleeping last night and it was maybe because you're up checking your phone up until midnight, well, I'm going to share with you this first tip that's really going to help you start to sleep better, and it's really going to start to help you detach from being connected. And that is something called a digital detox. Now, it doesn't have to be as complicated or as daunting. I'm not asking you to turn away your cell phone for a whole week or to turn off your computer for a week, but simply taking some small steps on a regular basis will help you start to wind down, cultivate some sleep hygiene, and actually start to get a better rest at night, and therefore allow you to be better and more productive in the morning. So how do you do that? Well, my suggestion is to really start to set aside little chunks of time where you turn your cell phone off. If it's not available to you to turn your cell phone off at 8 o'clock at night every night and have dinner, hang out with friends, relax, and go to bed, then maybe even think about turning it off for an hour or two during the day. Would that be possible? Maybe it's even possible to turn it off, have it off in the morning. Find an alternate alarm system or a way of getting up in the morning so you're not so reliant upon your cell phone as everything. As much as Apple wants us to rely on our cell phone to be our, lifeline and connect us to everything, it's actually really important for us for our REM cycles at night when we're sleeping to be able to get our full night's sleep and to be able to really detach from that. Maybe it's just one night this week where you turn it off for an hour or two. Maybe you turn it off for the whole night. And maybe you take a couple minutes in the morning to actually breathe and acknowledge your space before you turn it back on again. Take some baby steps, but I guarantee over a period of time, you're going to see some real benefits and results for yourself psychologically, which will then really relate to your business in a very tangible way. All right. Action plan number 2. This one's pretty easy. Eat your lunch with both hands. Maybe eat your breakfast with both hands. Maybe eat your dinner with both hands. The way in which I want you to think about this is how can you be more present with the times that you're actually eating your food? Now, if you're eating a slice of pizza or you're eating a burrito, you may think to yourself, well, I can easily be typing with this hand, eating with this hand, and how can I actually do this with both hands? But the benefits of using a knife and a fork and the benefits of sitting down with your food is to get you to mentally check out of whatever it is you were doing before, to give yourself a couple minutes to regroup, maybe 30 minutes, and then go back to your plan of action for what's happening right after lunch. If you eat through all of your lunches and you eat through everything that you're doing, you're actually not going to be able to fully take some time for yourself, and you're not going to be making very good business decisions while you're eating a slice of pizza and responding to someone over email. Imagine how much better you would be if you were present with both activities. So, tip number 2 is to sit down and eat your meals with both hands. It's simple, it's easy. I encourage you to do it. If you have 5 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever it is you got, give it to me and give it to your food. Step number 3, my last tip when it comes to being mindful and ways of approaching your business, are to really take a step back and realize who you are in context of this business, right? As an entrepreneur, this may not be your first business. This certainly may not be your last business. So keep that in mind as you start to think about who you are in context of the larger picture here. You are a friend, you are someone's child, you are maybe someone's brother or sister, maybe you're even someone's parent, right? You are many things to many different people. You also are many different things to yourself. And one of the best ways of getting out of your head and starting to relate to those other aspects of your life is to kind of get over yourself and start getting into the lives of other people, right? One of the best and easiest ways to do that is through service, right? Through volunteering. Maybe you're not one who likes to volunteer at soup kitchens. Maybe you're not one who wants to read to children, but find something that's easy and something that you can do maybe 3 or 4 times a year at least. This is an amazing opportunity to connect to something that has nothing to do with your work. Our work consumes us all the time, but remember, plan out when your service is going to be throughout the entire year and stick to it. It might seem like a hard thing to do, but at the end of the day, you're going to feel so much better doing it. I promise. So I'd like to share with you a bonus tip. This final tip is actually one of my favorites. And a lot of times people have a hard time doing this one. So I've made it really easy for you. This final tip is called meditation. It's one of those things that'll only take you a couple minutes to do in the morning, potentially something you might do at night. And the way in which I would start to think about meditation is really closing your eyes and focusing on your breath. It's very, very simple, right? But it's one of those things that can actually help you to make better decisions in between important conference calls, in between hiring someone, firing someone, those moments where you're going to write that email and you're not quite sure if you should write what it is that you're saying. Close your eyes, breathe in and out, and even just do it for 5 cycles of breath. Super short. In the mornings, I suggest doing a little bit of a longer meditation, something to help you really tap into your creative center, right? Every day for you as an entrepreneur is a really big day. I've made it even easier for you. I went ahead and downloaded and created a really special 8-minute morning meditation just for entrepreneurs. It's super easy, it's simple. We go through bright breathing and doing some really great focusing on different parts of your body, your heart center, your creative center, your intuition, things like that that you can start to draw on during the day to help you stay a little bit more energetic and focused as you're making all these big business decisions. And of course, as an entrepreneur, every decision you make is big because you are the CEO, you are the CMO, CFO, assistant, intern, etc. So I sure hope that you got a lot of great tips, things that you can start to apply today. Promise me you'll try one of these things sometime this week. Maybe add on a second, maybe add on a third, even try the bonus one. The link is below, so definitely download the meditation. I really look forward to hearing your thoughts on it. Please subscribe to our channel, and I'd like to hear from you soon. Thanks.